Hi students, now coming to the next topic, looping statements for loop. Okay, in the previous video I explained about while loop. In this video let us see about for loop. Okay, so what do you mean by looping statements? If the same set of statements is repeated again and again in a program, you call that statements or looping statements. Okay, it is also known as iterative statements. So let us see about for loop. This for loop is also known as entry check loop, which means the condition comes at the beginning of the loop. Okay, we have to check the condition at the entrance of the loop, so it is called as entry check loop. The condition is checked in the beginning, and if the condition is only true, then the body of loop will be executed. Okay, otherwise the loop is not executed. If the condition is true, then the body of loop will be executed. Otherwise, the loop is not executed. In this loop, the else part is optional. Okay, you can write the for loop with or without else part. Okay, because this else part is optional, you can write the for loop even without else part. If the else part is written in the program, it is executed when the condition is tested false. Okay, if the condition is false, you can execute the else part. Next point, if the condition is tested false in the beginning, the for loop is not executed even once. Suppose the condition is tested false at the beginning, the for loop is not executed even once. Okay, which means you will not get any output. So let's see the syntax of for loop. First write the keyword for, because this is for loop, so write for. Next, counter variable. Counter variable is nothing but control variable. Okay, in this for loop the variable is called as counter variable. Okay, and next write in, and next sequence. What is the meaning of sequence? In this sequence you have to mention initial, final and increment values. Okay, initial means we already studied in while loop. In a loop, we have to initialize the variable, we have to check the condition, write the statements and increment that value of the variable. So these 4 steps are important. Okay, you have to keep it in your mind, these 4 steps. Okay, in the sequence you have to mention the initial value, you have to mention the final value, that is the condition, and you have to mention the increment value. Okay, increment value means you have to update the value of the counter variable based on that increment value. Okay, in the for loop you can write the list of values using list, tuple, dictionary or range. Okay, here we are using range function to specify the initial, final and increment values. Okay, what is the use of range function? It is used to generate the list of values starting from start to stop -1. So in the sequence you have to use range function to generate list of values starting from start to stop -1. Let's see the syntax of the range function. Okay, range function, range, start, stop, step. We have to initialize the start value, stop value and step value, that is increment value, within the range function. Okay, so this is the syntax for range function. Here stop -1 means you have to calculate the end value is equal to stop value minus step value. Okay, you have to subtract the step value from stop value, that is called the end value. Okay, so you don't take this top value as end value, you have to take the end value by subtracting the step value from stop value. Okay, in some places stop value only given but start value and step value is not given. In that situation you have to take that start value and step value by default. Okay, default start value is 0. Okay, and default step value is 1. So if stop value only present in the range function, you have to assign the start value as 0 and step value as 1. Okay, see one example. Range here start value 1, stop value 30, step value 1. Okay, this is the initial value, this is the condition, this is the increment value, which means you have to update by 1 after the completion of every iteration. Okay, so that is called a step. So this is the initial value, this is the stop value. Here in the range function, you have to generate the list of values starting from start to stop minus 1. This 1 means what? Step value. Okay, so start value 1, difference is what? 1. So stop minus 1 means stop minus step, that is 30 minus 1, 29. Okay, 1 to 29. Here it generate the values starting from 1 to 29. Okay, this is the stop value, but it not includes this number. You have to subtract the stop value by step value, take that value as end value. Okay, list of values starting from 1 to 29 with the difference 1. Okay, so first you are taking 1, that is first iteration. In the next iteration you have to update one value 2, next again updating one value, so 3, next updating again one value, so 4. You have to write up to 29, not take this 30. Okay, so you have to subtract this 30 by 1, take that value as end value. Next see, range to 32. How will you generate the list of values here? This is the starting value. Okay, so here write 2. Next end value is 30, but the difference is 2. So 30 minus 2, 28. 2 to 28. Okay, so you have to generate the list of values from 2 to 28 with the difference 2. Difference 2 means what? First you are taking 2, that is first iteration. So in the second iteration you have to take next value with the 2 difference. Okay, so next value 4, next value 6, next 8, next 10. So generate the values up to 28 with the difference 2. Okay, so it generates the values from 2 to 28. Okay, range 33 minus 3. Here initial value is 30, final value is what? 3, but decrement value is given what? Minus 3. So how will you calculate end value? Stop value minus step value. Okay, stop value is what? 3 minus step value is what? Minus 3. Okay, you have to subtract this step value from stop value, that is called the end value. So 3 minus 3. So 3 minus into minus plus, 3 plus 3 equal to 6. So you have to generate the numbers from 30 to 6 with the difference minus 3. Okay, which means how will you calculate this? Initial value is 30 and next take minus 3 difference. Okay, so 30 minus 3 what? 27, and next 24, and next 21, and next 18, and generate the values up to 6. Okay, range 20. So what does it mean? How will you generate the list of numbers? Here initial value is not given, increment value is not given, here stop value is only mentioned. So you have to mention that initial value and step value by default. Okay, so default initial value is what? 0, and this is the end value. And step value, increment value, what? Default step value is what? 1. Okay, so this range 20 means range 0, 20, 1. Okay, this is the initial value, this is the stop value, this is the step value. So how will you generate the list of numbers for this range function? take initial value is 0, 0 to 20 is top value. So this is step value. So 20 minus 1, 19. 19. So it generates the list of values from 0 to 19. Okay, see here, this is the flowchart of for loop. For each item in sequence, take the values one by one, okay, and check the condition. Check last item reached. First take one value, check last value is reached or not. If last value is not reached, then body of the loop will be executed. Okay, body of the loop will be executed. And next, increase the value of that control variable. After that, again check last item reached or not. If again no, next again body of loop will be executed. Again update the value of control variable. Again check the last item is reached or not, and do the same process again and again until the last item is reached. Okay, if last item is reached, then exit from the loop. Okay, you have to exit from the loop. So this is the flowchart of for loop. Okay, next see one program. First write for, and next write the variable name, that is counter variable I. Next write in, and next write range. Within the range function, you have to mention the initial value and stop value and step value, that is increment value. Okay, write here the print statement, print I. Here you have to print the value of I, and the next end is equal to escape sequence. Okay, single quotes. So here colon. Okay, in this program we are going to print the single digit even number. See here, this is the while loop. We already discussed about this while loop in the previous video. Here we have to initialize the variable. This is the condition and this is the increment. Okay, so in this while loop, initial value is written in one line and condition is written in another one line and increment is written in another one line. But in for loop, we have to mention initial value and condition and increment value in a single line. Okay, so that is the difference between while loop and for loop. Okay, while loop is a entry check loop. Similarly, this for loop is also called as entry check loop. Okay, so output 2 is the initial value and stop value is 10, but the difference is 2. So how will you calculate the end value? 10 minus 2, that is 8. Okay, here you have to generate the list of values from 2 to 8 with the difference 2. Okay, this is the output. How will you calculate this output? First take range 2, 10, 2. Okay, so our initial value is 2 and the end value is 8. This 8 is the last value. So you have to continue the execution of loop until you reach the last value 8. That means end value. In each iteration, you have to check whether the last value is reached or not. Okay, when the last value is reached, then the condition becomes false. So you have to stop your execution there. Okay, so you have to take first I is equal to 2. That is the initial value. So check this condition. This is true. Okay, because the last value 8 is not reached. So you will get the output print I, that is 2. You have to take the next value with the increment of 2. Okay, so 2 plus 2, 4. Next value is what? 4. So here write 4, 10, 2. So this is also true because the last value 8 is not reached. So execute this statement, print I, that is 4. I is equal to 4. Next again write the range, take next value with the increment of 2. Okay, so next value is what? 6, 10, 2. So Check the condition. This is also true because the last value 8 is not reached till now. So print I means 6. And the next range, take next value with the increment of 2. So 8, 10, 2. Next value is what? 8. Okay. Check the condition. The last value 8 is reached now. So print I means what? 8. So end is equal to single quotes is given. What does it mean? Give some space between all the digits. Okay. That is end is equal to single quotes. And next range is equal to increment by 2 what? 10. 10, 10, 2. Check the condition. Your last value is 8. You already reached your last value. Now our new I value is 10. But you have to take up to 8. Okay. Because 8 is the last value. So here the condition becomes false. You have to stop your execution here. Which means you have to exit the loop here. Okay. See here. Now I am going to write the else part also. Okay. In this program I am going to write else part. Else, and again write print /n end of the loop. If the else part is given in this program, you have to execute that else part if that condition becomes false. Okay. If I value becomes 10, this condition becomes false. So here this condition becomes false. So now we are going to execute the else part. What is the else part? Print /n. /n means what? New line. Next line. Okay. In new line, write end of the loop. See here another one program. Now I am going to write the program to print the string. String means take any string. I am taking here computer. Okay. Write the program for vad. This is the variable. Okay, counter variable in computer. This is a string. So here I am giving single quote and the next colon print vad comma end is equal to single quote and the next else part else print /n end of the loop. So here let us see the output. We are going to print the vad one by one from the string computer. Okay. First you have to take C here. C. Okay. Next end is equal to you some tab here. Okay. Space. Next again come here. Okay. O. Print the vad. Oh, okay. Next end is equal to space. Again M and next P and next U and next T and next E and next R. So the computer string vad is completed. Okay. So next there is no vad to print. Okay. So here you have to exit from the for loop or execute the else part. Okay. Because here the condition becomes false. So next print /n. Write a new line end of the loop. So this is the way of writing for loop. Okay. So this for loop is similar to while loop, but the difference is in for loop we have to mention the initial value and stop value and increment value in single line within range function. Okay. So this is about for loop. Thank you students.